Before this video starts, I just wanted to talk about Operation Olive Branch, which is an organization that is dedicated to amplifying Palestinian voices and spreading the word. They have a lot of links, a lot of GoFundMe things, fundraiser things to help people. They have things that you can repost on your stories, on your socials, to get the message out, get the word out. Don't think that just because this is happening in a country that's not close to you, that it doesn't affect you at all, because it does. This affects everyone. The entire human race is affected by genocide, by ethnic cleansing. I'm gonna put links in the description below to Operation Olive Branch. Please go check them out and do research if you haven't already. Hi everyone, welcome to Timari's World. I was doing really good at uploading every single week this year. And then recently I've been getting really busy since it is Pride Month. I've had a lot of orders for my Pride tops, which if you want one, get one. I'll put the link in the description. Lately I've been a little stressed out. I've had to come back to school to take summer classes and I don't really want to be here. So I'm gonna be coloring while talking about life. The coloring book that I have is this one. It is the Everything Beautiful coloring book. My mom actually gave this to me before I came back to school. Y'all, I found a good one. Let me show ya. To love at all is to be vulnerable. C.S. Lewis. I know that's right. We got some color pencils, a bunch more color pencils, markers, some alcohol markers, these. If y'all don't know, I take coloring very seriously. So this ain't gonna be some regular schmegular look. No, this gonna be serious. I'm serious. While we're on the topic of love, I saw something this morning that said how love is our species' adaptation for survival. And it made me think a lot about love and its role that it plays in the lives of human beings. And I feel like love is such a unique feeling to human beings. Like, of course, like animals, I'm sure can feel love, but humans, it's a different form of love because of the intellectual ability that humans have to place on love and what love means, you know? But it's also like nowadays you hear so many things about, oh, love isn't real, love doesn't exist, this, that, and the third. But it's like, to me, we would not be here if it wasn't for love. Human beings would not create other human beings if it wasn't for love, you know? And I know that like not every situation is due to love or whatever, but love is a driving force that keeps us alive. So it's like, how can you see how far like human beings have come since the beginning of time and say that love doesn't exist? When I feel like love is the feeling that every single person can feel, but I also know that hate is something that a lot of people can feel too. And it's usually feelings of hate that are more acted upon than feelings of love. I guess it's easier to hate than it is to love. And I feel like that's because you don't have to like put any extra thought or effort into doing that because it just happens, you know? To me, love and hate are like the same forces. They require the same amount of energy. For love to be so in love with someone, to feel a very strong love for someone, it's like an over-encompassing feeling that kind of just takes over your body, at least for me. And hate and being filled with rage, and you know how people say they see red or whatever, to me that's like the same, it's that same like feeling. You have to care about something enough in order to hate it. There's a reason why you can't stand it. There's a reason why it's still in your head, because you're putting so much energy into hating it. When instead you could be putting that energy into not loving it, but not thinking about it, you know? I feel like hate is just love placed in a different place, you know? It's just love in a different aspect, in a negative way. And it's just like, imagine if you spent the time, if you took the time and effort to place that hate that you have for something else or even yourself. If you take that hate and you place it somewhere else in the form of love for yourself, for others, whatever. Imagine if you did that, and imagine how many more people would not be so full of hate and so full of anger and just wanting to hurt other people, you know, because being hurt spreads like wildfires. And everybody has heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. It's true. Generational trauma. It's true. When your parents grow up treating you a certain kind of way, you think that's okay. You'll treat other people that way. You will treat your kids that way. And it's a cycle. It takes that one person to decide, this isn't okay. This isn't right. We're not doing that anymore. It's not working. It's not doing anything. It's not helping. What can we do differently? And then you place that hate and the hurt that somebody passed down to you, and you turn it into love for yourself, for others, and try to get other people to not feel that way. You know, try to break the cycles that have been happening to you, instead of saying, okay, well, it's been done to me, well, let me keep doing it to other people. For what? For what? Like, what are you gaining out of that? What is anybody gaining out of that? When I was growing up, it was very often that I felt like I was just inadequate at doing a lot of things. It's caused me to just be afraid to do anything. I've been afraid to fail, and I've been afraid to even try things in case I might fail. And I feel like that's no way for anybody to live. You know, that amount of fear and that amount of just stress to do anything is not, I wouldn't put that on anyone. I don't think anybody deserves to feel that way, for real. But it was like so confusing for me because I was good in school. I got good grades. You know, I was able to behave. I didn't get in trouble. I got like good reports and stuff. And I was great. But it just always felt like something was off. And I always just felt weird for whatever reason. And, you know, growing up, I had to deal with so much like intersectionality and just figuring out, like, why do I feel so different? Clearly, this was before I was diagnosed with autism, but I felt broken. Like, I feel like I didn't know how to do regular things that other people knew how to do. And now it's like, well, girl, because you have a disability. Like, I hate to say that I have a disability because it's like I've gone so long without knowing that I have one. But when it comes down to it, I have one. Like, and it be disabling. The disability be disabling, for real. When I was younger, and people would say like, oh, things get better, or like, you know, you're just a kid and whatever. Like, that's what I thought to myself too. I thought maybe when I'm older and I'll have more freedom, I can do the things that I want to do, this, that, and the third. You know, I'll be happier. I won't be as upset. I won't be as overwhelmed, as stressed. And as I get older, I realize how much of that was a lie. Not to say that things don't get better as you get older, because they definitely do. But it's just like better in the sense of like, I can make money now by myself. I don't have to rely on other people. But it's also like, it's kind of nice. It was kind of nice relying on other people to do this stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm in college, trying to get a degree, a Bachelor of Science, when I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I crochet, I like to paint, I like to draw. I would have gone to art school if I didn't think I would end up a broke artist, just a starving broke artist, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm an artist. So being stuck in a professional corporate job, doing a 9-to-5, and then doing whatever else, it's always sounded so debilitating to me since I was a child. Not saying that that's a bad thing to do. It's great to have a job. It's good to get money. But that is not the life that I want for myself. If I have the choice and if I have the ability to make my life go a different way, I will. And that's what I've been doing so far. And it's stressful because I don't really want to be in school. I'm gonna just say that. I wanted to drop out since last year. But I vowed to myself that I'm going to get this degree just because now I have to. Like, I've been through some stuff in the years at this school, and I vowed to myself I will not leave this school without a degree with my name on it. Even if I don't do nothing with the degree, I will get that degree one way or another. The reason why I can't just be an artist and make things and create and live off of my work, because of capitalism. Like, I'll be broke and I won't ever leave my parents' house. And I don't want to do that. Something else that I didn't expect about getting older is my chronic pain. I have scoliosis, which a lot of people don't know. I have scoliosis. If I like stand straight, I kind of lean this way because I have an S-curve spine. And I live with chronic pain. For like my childhood and stuff, I was very active in sports and like doing flips and stuff all over the house. But as I've gotten older, especially now that I don't play basketball anymore, I haven't been moving around as much. I haven't found a good like schedule to go to the gym. And because I haven't been moving as much, my scoliosis has been killing me. It hurts so bad all the time. And I have to like do stretches or I have to sit certain ways just so that it doesn't hurt as bad. Don't let me get a job or something where I have to stand a whole lot. My back will be killing me. Like my back is always killing me. And people are like, oh, do you take something for it? I can take like ibuprofen and anti-inflammatory, whatever. But I'm not gonna be popping ibuprofens 24/7 because that's when I feel it. Like I'm gonna burn a hole in my stomach and I'm scared of that too. And it's like now I have all of these concerns and these worries and I'm like, oh, I'm getting older, oh my gosh. And then when I start thinking about I'm getting older, I think about my parents are getting older, and then I start thinking about when they're not gonna be here anymore. What am I gonna do? What am I going to do? Like I rely on my parents so much, probably more than I should at 21 years old. I don't care. But it's like I feel like I've been preparing myself for that when they're not going to be here since I was a child. And I still don't feel like I'm prepared for it, and I don't think I'll ever be prepared for it, which is scary. But it's like I also can't try to prepare for grief. I feel like you can't really prepare for grief because you don't know how it's going to affect you and you don't know what's going to happen. It's like, and there's no sense of even worrying about it because it's so unknown. It's just like, what happens will happen, and you just have to move forward, and that's life. But man, like, and back to what I was talking about, like when I was a child and I was saying like, oh, I think things will get better when I'm older, whatever. And people will tell you, oh, things get better, it gets better, whatever, to like comfort you and help you through things, whatever. And it's not that I don't believe that things get better. I don't think they do get better. I think it's more so that you grow older. Your perspective on life changes and you realize that things aren't happening to you, they're just happening. Your life, you're not the victim of your own life. You're just alive and you're experiencing life and figuring out what it means to be a human being. In a way, it's like we get desensitized to a lot of painful things in life, or things that can give us anxiety, or things that make us worry or upset, whatever. Just because we've lived for longer. We've realized things could be a lot worse than they are right now. And I hate to like be like, oh, things could be worse, whatever. But it's like, when you sit back and realize there's so much to be grateful for. Like back in the day, they didn't even have dishwashers. They didn't even have AC. Some places still don't have AC. And I'm sitting here in an air-conditioned apartment building with a dishwasher, with a fridge, with a pantry, like with televisions, multiple. I have an iPad right here. Like I have so much to be grateful for. But some days I wake up feeling like there's nothing worth living for. Like, why am I even here? What am I doing? This again? We gotta do this again. And then I take a deep breath and I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then I go do it and I go live life until I have to go to sleep and wake up and feel the same way the next morning, But in between that, the living part and being alive and being awake is just learning to be grateful for the experience of things and be grateful for the journey of life, I guess, just the way that life goes, and realize that you don't really have, like, you have control over the things that you do in life and how you interact with other people and the love that you put out into the world. That's what you have control over. But at the end of the day, life is gonna do life. The second you think, oh, that could never happen to me, that could never be me, it happens to you. And then what? But then you stop seeing things that happen to you in life you stop seeing it as like life-shattering things or things that make you so upset. You see it as, okay, this is a challenge. This is an obstacle. It's gonna teach me something. At the end of the day, what can really go terribly wrong from this? I'm still alive. As hard and stressful as it gets, you're gonna make it through at the end of the day. And that's just what I gotta tell myself. to get through the days. And also, back to the capitalism thing. Like, I just can't get over it. The only reason, the only kind of real reason why I'm in school is because I don't want to be broke. And I feel like if I have a degree, that gives me less of a chance of being broke. However, that's not really the case. There's people with multiple degrees that cannot get a job. And people wonder why we don't care, why Gen Z doesn't care about getting a job, why Gen Z wants to be internet, because they're not giving people jobs. And then it's like so many people will have student loans, they'll be in debt by the time they get out of college, and they can't pay off that debt. You know why? Because they can't get a job. Because they got in debt trying to go to college so that they could get a diploma to get a job. But no job. Even though diploma, but no job. Anyways, that's it for the talking. I finished coloring and I'm gonna show y'all because it's so cute. This is the final drawing. It's so pretty. This is my favorite part, the blending little areas and like the leaves. So pretty. I told y'all I'll take this seriously, like it's a job for real. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching me color and talk about my life. I appreciate y'all so much. Check out the description to look at the links to Operation Olive Branch, because we all need to do something about what's going on, period. I'll see y'all in next week's video. Bye. Well, if I make one for next week, we'll see. Bye.